And we are live. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Respect the Craft. This is episode number 351. We got a very special edition here for this Saturday night episode, as we got the man behind Pro Wrestling Junkies, PWJ Cards himself, Gilbert in the house. What's going on, brother? How's
What's up,
everything?
bro? I'm doing good. I'm actually heading to the Mecca right now to set up for tomorrow. I'm
There
in the
you
car right
go.
now,
Yeah.
so I can't video chat. But so yo, I need that song on my iTunes.
Bro, we're trying to make it happen with this song, including the theme that we got for the event for Respect coming up in July. So we're gonna try to get all the songs up there. Shout out to Stefan Cricks, aka Jessica Havoc's brother, who does amazing custom music. So if
Yo,
you ever
that
get some
song is
custom work,
fire.
get to happen, man, because he does some dope stuff. But
Yeah,
bro, it's a pleasure to have you on. It's an honor because I didn't know till today when you shared it that I was like, oh wait, this is his first podcast. So
yeah.
we
This is my first one. I've gotten asked to do podcasts before, but I know the way I talk and the way I am, so I just try to keep it. I keep it too real sometimes. So this is my first one, though. I gotta keep it real with the real ones.
Hey, you got to, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. And again, I gotta now that we're here, now that we on the first episode, the first time you're on Respect the Craft, I have to ask you, for you, it's called Respect the Craft. So you hear that term, the craft. What does that mean to you?
Craft is what you're the best at, what you're good at. To me, like, what's the best thing like, just whatever you're good at to me, basically. What's the best thing you're doing? And sorry, I'm trying to drive and talk at the same time. But yeah, respect the craft, I guess, is like, I don't know. It depends. What do you mean? Like, it depends in promoting terms, wrestling terms, wrestling, anything. Just
Got you. No, again, that's all we asking. We're like, let's see what for each interpretation.
that's a weird question, I guess.
It's all
Depends
good.
what kind of craft it is, but
There you go. There you go.
the
What's
craft
going
of
on?
smoke, the craft of smoking my joint right now.
There you go. Yeah, shout out to West Colin Rocco in the chat. They can't wait for tomorrow. Look at that. We got that. We got
Oh
that.
yeah, I'm super excited, bro.
We got Adam in the chat excited for tomorrow. Front row. There you go. See, hey, you
Thank
got one of
you.
those front row that are sold out right now. I got to give you those congrats, brother.
Sold out, sold
Yeah,
out,
those
and he
tickets
gets
are
that
fine.
exclusive pack of cards too. That exclusive,
Hey,
I can tell you what's in it, but we got some cool cards in there.
hey, we gotta you gotta be there tomorrow. If you gotta be in the building again, it's gonna be a stacked event tomorrow with damaged goods. You mentioned the cards. I gotta talk about that. What was it for you that started up with? How do we get there? How do we get to PWJ cards and that whole
So,
business you're running
uh,
now?
I've loved wrestling my whole life. I mean, since I was a kid, I've always watched wrestling. And then I used to do backyard wrestling with 2KW and some other
Hey,
companies. Yeah, and then we started taking it professional. We trained at the House of Glory. Some of my friends are actually professional from 2KW to this day, like JT Don, Santana, Ortiz, and a couple other people have actually wrestled for 2KW. Even Eddie Kingston's wrestled for 2KW before.
hey,
So yeah, we got to started doing that, and then I fell out of love with wrestling for a while, and then
gotcha.
my best friend Griffin took me to a GCW show, and I've always collected cards, like baseball cards and trading cards, Pokemon, but I've never collected wrestling cards. And all these wrestlers had these cards on the table, the GCW ones, and I started collecting them. And then when I found out some of these packs were like $200, $300 for a pack of cards, I'm like, God damn. So I decided to look into it and started making my own cards. We did it playing around at first, and then we started taking it like real serious. We pay all the photographers always. We pay the talent. We pay everybody. So, everybody makes a little bit of money from this.
Got you. No, it's the way to do it, man. And it's a great concept there. I know a lot of people are always excited when you announce who's that next exclusive, who's been a part of it. And just look at the roster so far of people you've had part of the card so far. It's insane, man. So
Yeah, from MJF to Nick Wayne to Billy Starks. We've done so many cards. We also started our own cards, the blood print, which the deathmatch wrestlers put a little bit of blood on the card, the fingerprint. And that helps the talent as well make a lot of money when they travel. Yeah, and then that's how I got into the cards.
got you.
Hmm.
There you go. Shout out to Charlie in the chat. What's going on? He'll be bringing that Titan production tomorrow for the event. Shout out
Yes,
to
yes.
the
He's been
fam
helping
over at
me.
Titan.
Let me tell you something about him. He's not only helping me with production, but he's been helping me with advice and knowledge. And he's one of the good ones in the business. There's a lot of fake people in this business. There's a lot of people who take advantage of the talent. There's people who book talent, never pay them. There's people who want to sponsor shows but never give the money. There's a lot of drama behind the scenes that people don't see, and he's actually one of the good ones.
Definitely shout out to that Titan Nation there. Love to be a part of that family, and definitely one of the good ones right there. We got Josh saying excited for Damaged Goods and Mecca Glizzy. Oh my
Yeah,
god! Shout out to my
there's
boy Josh right there.
there's,
Jesus.
there's a few good ones in this business. He's one of them. Steve Off is another great guy. So is Chad. Chad has been with me through the good ones and the bad ones, and he's helped me with a lot of advice. And he's definitely going to be there tomorrow helping me out. This wouldn't be possible without a lot of people. It's definitely my sister Desiree. She's been helping me a lot with this card. People know her as Alec Price's sister, but she's more than that. She's been dedicated to this shit just as much as me. She's helped me put the card together. She's helped me book talent. She's put money into this thing. She's put her time into this thing. She's put her love into this thing. And it wouldn't be possible without people like that. My shows build around passion and love. A lot of people, I put a lot of effort into this. I even think about the little things, it's the little things that count. I even got catering for the locker room. I got snacks, I got waters, I got, my friend Isaac, he helped me get vitamin water sponsored. We have we have our own sponsors bringing stuff in, and it's just a cool environment. We're trying to bring something different to the Mecca, more than the wrestling show. We're trying to bring a good atmosphere.
Gosh, you love to see it. I got to talk about that, man, because making that transition, especially saying that you had fallen out with that level of wrestling, getting back into it and deciding not only to do this with cards, but now full throttle going into the business side of this and going into let's run a show. How was that jump for you, and how long did
Well,
that process go? Because I know how mine's been. Because it's like it's one of those where you have to really think about every little detail. And I've seen how you've been in a lot of
every
conversations off the air, so I can imagine like it's a lot to go into being like, you know what, let's do this now and make our vision.
it's one of those things where I was sponsoring a lot of shows. I was sponsoring a whole bunch of different shows with talent, or just sponsoring just in general when they ask for sponsorships. I've helped a couple other shows run actual events, and recently just I got the itch for it. It's been a dream of mine since I was a kid. Even when I was training at other places, I would help train the wrestlers. I always wanted to train, not wrestle. I always wanted to train, and I always wanted to run a show. When I was a kid, I would, put my toys together and make my own shows. And even when I played the video games, I still put my own shows together. And it's been a long life dream of mine. And it's coming true actually tomorrow. And I'm going to give this show my all, man. Like, I won't let the fans down. I won't let the wrestlers down. Um, but I just think out the box. I do a lot of things other people don't do. Like my friend Dana from Marked Out, we have about 8 different private signings for the talent. So some of these wrestlers are making more off for signings than their fees, and that's what it's about. It's about helping the talent. It's about making money together, but also sharing it. Like some
Gotcha.
people are greedy and they only think about themselves, and people like that, those snakes gotta get out this business, bro. It's time for a change. It's time for a change. And I think shows like mine, shows like yours, and other ones that are gonna be coming out, it's gonna be a whole they're not ready for these new type of promoters, the promoters that are willing to give everything. So yeah.
No, yeah, definitely, bro. It's gonna be interesting to see, and it's great. Again, like I've told you, we've had a lot of conversation off air about all this. I've told you from day one, supporting, man, because I've seen your passion for this. I see how much that love for business is, that respect for the craft, pun intended. Like is there with you,
Definitely.
man. So, there we go. We got Isaac in the chat. Arrival saying tomorrow's like a holiday. Great talent around. Great people. Everyone pop out tomorrow. Let's fucking go. There you go. Definitely, it's gonna be a movie, as they say, tomorrow night.
Yes, it
Let's
is. Yes,
let's
it
get
is.
into that card, man. Let's talk a little bit about the what's already locked in, what's already been announced, all that craziness. That again, the unfortunate saying of card subject to change has hit you a few times with this card. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
with the most recent change having to be this one. Of originally it was scheduled WWID's own Jackson Drake, the Carolina Reaper, was supposed to go head to head with Tony Deppen. But then the match just got even crazier now because coming all the
Yes.
way representing pro wrestling Noah will be Anthony Green. Talk us through this one, man. This is
Anthony Green, yes. Well,
okay.
Desiree is actually a good friend with Anthony, and he wanted to be on the show. He had reached out, and I had reached out to him a while back, but I don't know if he's noticed it. But he reached out, said if there's any spots available, anything gets open, let me know. Um, Tony had some personal problems that he couldn't be on the show, and my sister was like, "Hey, perfect time to put put Anthony Green on the show," and he was ready to step up. It's not a regular match either. It's a strong style match. I asked Jackson, I was like, "Hey, who do you want me to bring, to face you? Like, who would you want me to bring in?" And literally, he told me bring somebody who's gonna fucking bring it. Like,
Gotcha.
he doesn't want a half-ass match, and that's what I love about this card in general. I think I booked the top talent. There's nobody in this show or on this show that goes half-ass on any match. These
No,
people give 100% full throttle, and I think there's not like one match tomorrow that you could name right now that I'm not excited for, Even
bro.
the 2KW, even the 2KW one.
Oh,
People,
that man,
bro, people
you
are
know that
sleeping on that.
when you
People,
announced that made me because I was like, okay, like you put out it's crazy banger after crazy banger, and when I saw that, I was like, oh, this is gonna be dope. So before we talk about anything else, I got to talk about putting this together, being able
yes.
to do again a tribute to 2KW there with
So
that
if we could leave
five-way
that fly real
scramble.
quick, let me tell you something about some of these
Gotcha.
people. All
Yeah.
right. Ray Sexy was my old tag team partner who was amazing. You could ask Amazing Red, no pun intended, about him. Recently I talked to Red and Red told me that Raymond was the only wrestler that's ever trained with him or he's trained that reminded him of him fully. And
Gotcha.
Ray quit the business. He had kids, he had personal problems. Who else is on this card? Let me see real quick. Kamikaze is somebody who's been consistent in the business still to this day, and I think he needs a break. He doesn't get the shine he deserves because he's really, really athletic and he does things that other people don't do, and
Yeah.
he's been doing that since we were kids. Um, Jimi Hendrix, that's a kid that was watching us wrestle,
Yep.
would come to the park, literally watch us, knew who all of us, knew all the moves. And people like him gave us a reason to stay away from the bad stuff in the streets and all the negative stuff. We always wanted to wrestle and looking forward to those kids being there watching the shows. Um, Another one, Joe. Joe's a great wrestler, all
Yep.
around great wrestler who just gave up. Personal stuff happened and he's back into it now. And if he would have continued, guaranteed like half of these people would have been signed. I'm telling you, it's
No,
crazy.
bro,
Chris
I
Cage,
told him because I've gotten to call his matches, and I told Joe, I was
yeah.
like, bro, yeah, because he has a punch too, man. Like
He is
I can't wait.
solid.
I can't
He
wait.
was solid. And Chris Cage is
Oh,
someone who is amazing, has one of the best elbow drops, one of the best super kicks, some of the best selling, some of the best promos. He has his character. He's stuck with it since the beginning.
oh
He
yeah,
is
that's
solid
a
as it
combo right there.
gets. And I hope, by them doing what they're gonna do, because I know, bro, when we were talking on the phone, it's crazy some of the things that I know they're gonna do. Shit you just don't see in other matches because
Yeah,
people don't think out the box, and these guys are willing to give it their all. I think after this match, some of these people might start getting bookings, honestly.
hey, I can't wait to see him, man, because that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. Love to see it again for something like this to brought back in again. 2025 is gonna be dope to see, and a lot of people are gonna be talking about that.
Yeah, and
That's gonna be that sleeper.
shout
That's gonna
out
be
to
that sleeper.
Pete. Shout out to Pete, aka
Yep.
Sin. He's the owner of 2KW. He's the one that brought us together. I'm hoping he comes tomorrow. He was feeling a little under the weather, but if he shows up tomorrow, this is like dedicated to him, even the show, because he's been backing me up for years. He's known my dream for years. So for him to be there will be really awesome.
Najee, let's keep it going here because I got to talk about again. Unfortunately, again due to injury, Ali Catch can no
Oof.
longer be there tomorrow night. We wish
Yeah.
well wishes to her, speedy recovery. But again,
Yes.
the match was. I think it took you a few hours to be like, hold on, we're gonna fill this spot up real quick, and
Well, yeah, yeah.
and it was filled up pretty quickly by the No Me herself. So now we got Gabby Forza in there, Brittany Brooks, Emily J, and Eden Gray in there. Four way, just that's going to be stacked. That women's
Yes.
action at just the forefront there. Talk to us. How
Yes.
important was this, man? Putting a match like this together and truly showcasing women's wrestling on this card.
Yeah, I think we have seven, I almost said eight, but we have seven We have 7 women on the card at the moment, and I don't want to give none away. We
I was
have
about to
seven
say,
women on. Yeah,
you
we
can't
have
give them
seven.
surprises.
We have 7 women on the card, and Gabby's someone who we originally were looking, at looking for on a card, but we seen her date was booked that day, I thought, but it wasn't. And then Ali had gotten injured. Shout out to Ali Catch. By the way, tomorrow we will have uh a box at our table for donations for Ali and Chris Bay. And we're also going to give away, like, we're gonna do a raffle. I have 2 signed posters by the whole roster, by every single person. And these are vinyl posters, and not like the cheap ones. So hopefully people do that tomorrow, so we can give them some money. But yeah, Gabby's like, she's actually the cat women's champion, I believe, at the moment. So she, to have her on the card is just an honor as well. She's gonna bring it, and I hope these girls are ready, because she is ready to bring it. She's no joke. She's a
No,
force to be reckoned with.
definitely. And like you said, again, the women's action continues. There's 7 locked in because including this matchup right here, as you got WWE IDs,
Ooh,
Zeta Steel. You got AEW's own Deonna Purrazzo, who I believe is competing in less than an hour. She'll be on AEW television. So look at
yeah,
that. And then you got TNA's well, I want to say TNA's own because she just made a return back to TNA this
I
weekend.
know. That's what
I
I heard.
will be there. Just again another stacked match, bro. Like when I saw these announcements, I'm just like, okay, like he's going just full out with this. Like,
So I was
yeah,
trying to think out the box. I feel like these styles will be really good together. It's
yeah,
different, it's unique, and they're gonna bring it. It's hard to even put this into words. It's like you said, it's almost TNA versus ROH versus WWE kind of.
yeah.
But
You got the mix of everything. You got the little mix of
yeah, you
everything.
got a mix of everything. But just the styles in general, I don't think I can't even close my eyes and picture how that match is going to be, because you don't know. And that's one of the things I love about it. It's like a mystery match, kind of like you don't know what's going to happen. So you have to be there to see it, which will also be streaming on High Spots TV next week.
Nice.
So it'll be there also with all the replays and everything.
Gotcha. Hey, again, this is why you got to be there in person because nothing's gonna beat that feeling of
No.
seeing a card like this, feeling how that room is gonna feel. I'm excited, man. Like it's been a long time that I'm excited to go to a show again. Now we'll talk about it later. That some backstage stuff might be done tomorrow. That's why I posted a mic.
Yes, yes. You're going to
I
be
will,
doing our backstage interviews for us. And I really appreciate you coming through
hey,
and doing that for us, man. It means the world. Um, for you to even do that for us. I reached out to you to do it, and you accepted it, so that was pretty cool. And
oh,
yeah,
of course, man. Like I said, anything for again people that truly have that respect for this. I was down to do whatever you need, and it's gonna be dope tomorrow. It's gonna be
yeah,
dope. But
yep,
also to talk about that, talk about fellow broadcaster are gonna be there. Shout out to the bro himself. Struggles will be on
yes,
commentary, calling the action tomorrow.
best of the
Uh,
best.
there you go. We got the struggles doing that, but also doing the lovely ring announcing tomorrow. We got none other than Sam Laterna again, building that
She
nice
doesn't get,
name right there.
yeah, she doesn't get as much love as she should as well, Sam.
Yeah,
She has a very strong voice.
very.
She plays to the crowd. There's a few people when I go to shows, they do that. Justin Roberts is one of them. Like, he makes you feel like you're not just sitting in your seat waiting for something.
Yeah,
She needs to get booked more. And people just need to recognize that already, because having her just do backstage interviews, which is great, is good, but she can do more than that. Put her to work, because she could work.
no, definitely agreed there. But also give some love to we got the zebras because we got the officials for tomorrow. As you look at that,
Yes.
this
So
is what I love seeing a graphic actually to showcase the referees for tomorrow.
yeah.
That was dope.
Well,
Again,
we
detail.
do it for sponsors. We do it for sponsors. People do it for, well, we do it for everybody, but
Yeah,
other shows just do it for sponsors and for like a ring announcer and commentators. But you know what? The referees go to wrestling school. They bust their ass. It's hard to it's hard to get booked more as a ref than it is as a wrestler.
definitely.
Um, and these guys are the fucking top of the line. We got, so. There's one person we did want who's up there as well. Her name is Gina, but we just didn't have enough room. But definitely next time we want her for sure.
Shout out to Gina too. I definitely know you talked about there. Who's been killing it, doing all the things at Wrestle Open and
Oh, she's
everything like that.
amazing. Yeah.
So love her again. It's awesome. And again, there's only so many spots. I was gonna tell you how has that been for you? That process of Because I can imagine just with the roster you already have, how has that process been of like, we can only have so many spots, and just thinking about
I
we also
know,
want to keep
guys.
going
I
because
could I could tell you some of the names we almost had on the card. We almost had Buddy Matthews here. We almost had Shelton Benjamin. We almost had Billy Starks. We almost had a few other names like, it was about to be a big show. Ortiz and some other names I can't say, but just, we were ready to rock.
uh,
Um, and people think, the one thing I hear a lot, I'm gonna talk the shit because I don't care. I'm gonna keep it real. I just
hey,
a lot of people talk shit saying like, this is a money waste show. This
oh,
is these kids wasting his money. First of all, you guys don't know how much I make. Second of all, you guys don't know what the hell I do. And I'm doing this for the wrestlers myself. But, just for people to talk shit, those people will not be allowed tomorrow. I know exactly who you are. So don't come to the show thinking you're going to be smiling on your face. You will be turned around and kicked out. That's a strict rule we have tomorrow. If I did not hire you myself, if you do not have a staff badge or a ticket to the event, you cannot come inside. We're gonna have catering. We're gonna have a whole bunch of things, and I just don't want people thinking they could come to the Mecca because they wrestle here every other week and go downstairs and eat the food that we brought for the talent that deserves it, who's working on the card. It's not happening. There's really strict rules here tomorrow.
as it should be, man. I love to hear it. I love to see it right there.
Fuck the haters.
Got to, man. Look at that. We got my homegirl Gigi in the chat. Yeah, what's going on? What's going on? Shout
CG.
out Gigi there. But then I gotta talk about this match because I know this one's definitely special for you because it's going to be 1-on-1 in a no
Oh,
disqualification match. You got Justin Finn and is going head to head with MDK, the king of this shit himself, Nick Gage.
let me tell you
And
something.
bro,
Nick, this is crazy. The fact that I have Nick Gage on my show, um, is just a blessing, and Justin as well, because that's the little bro. I when he told me he was going back to wrestling school, I was one of the few people that was, amping him up. I remember being in front of the showboat at like 4 in the morning doing chain wrestling with him. And I just knew he got the bug back since that day. He deserves it. This kid puts in the hard work. He trains at Cat. Um, he doesn't complain. He does the traveling. He puts himself out there. There is no gimmick with him. He's just himself. And his gimmick and himself is just one of us. He's a fan who actually did it. And this match tomorrow is his dream match. I think he's gonna go all out. But I hope he knows that Nick's not gonna go light. Nick's doesn't go light on anybody. You seen what happened with David Arquette, and that was a fucking famous person.
definitely,
Justin's gonna have to bring it. It's one of those things, it's like it's not gonna be easy, you know?
definitely, definitely not. And that I can imagine just hearing his story, seeing what he's done already. The war he went to with Janela at Arrival.
Oh
I
yeah.
think tomorrow's about to be. Hey,
Um,
it's that put up or shut up moment, man. It's that
yeah,
put up
we and
or
we
shut up
and we
moment.
still have tickets at the door.
There you go.
It sold out online. I think we sold 200 tickets online. We didn't put a lot online, but we sold all those online. So we will have tickets at the door. But
I
not,
love how he's like, yo, we didn't put that much online, even though we sold 200 tickets. Like, bro, that is you got to give yourself that credit there. Like, that is
oh
for your
yeah, and
first
and shout out
show.
and shout out
It,
to some of our PWJ card collectors who brought tickets and they're not even from the state, but they
oh,
wanted to
that's
buy tickets just to show love.
that,
Um, Stuff like that goes a long way. I mean, if you go in the trunk of this car right now, we have waters, snacks. I just have a little bit of everything. I'm trying to go all out. I do conventions with celebrities. That's like my side job. I
got
work
you.
with celebrities, and I go to conventions, and I'm trying to treat that tomorrow like that type of feel. Like you want to
Got
go have an experience.
you. No, no,
And not only
that's
for
how
them,
you
for the
do it.
talent.
Got you.
For
No,
everybody.
that's the best way, man. That's the best way, and that's how you again pay it forward and keep this business going the right way as it should.
Hell
Uh,
yeah.
but with this, I know this match was definitely this was that maniacal side of you. Like, yeah, a lot of this was the fun card. Like, hey, let's put banger, let's do this. Now let's book one just to be a little bit of a sicko in this one because the rematch, a match that happened a while back in Philadelphia, comes to the Mecca tomorrow night, as it's gonna be the root of all
Ooh.
evil. Charles Mason going head to head with Steve Macklin. This
This
Man,
match.
bro, the last time they wrestled or fight, I should say, because it wasn't even a match. I feel like it was a fight. They threw each other into a car. Like, imagine what they're gonna do tomorrow at the Mecca. Like, oh
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine. I seen it on I think it was like Fight TV or whatever,
yeah.
and they fought outside and traffic and everything. Tomorrow's gonna go crazy. Um, Mason is all about his money. He's all about his business, and I paid him good. Um, and
I,
Steve Macklin, he's it's to me it's like the psychopath versus the ex-Marine. It's gonna
yeah,
be it's oh man, that one's giving me goosebumps now because Mason is one of the most underrated wrestlers out there right now. Honestly, he should have been one of the first IDs. But I really want to get into that story. He should have been signed so long ago. His character, his charisma, his aura, his wrestling skills. He was trained by Amazing Red. Like, it's just amazing. I can't wait for that. What match are you hyped for tomorrow? Is
man.
it that one?
So I can't pick one, bro. Like I'm psyched for this whole card just because there's so many elements to each thing. But if I
Yeah,
if I had to pick one, if I had to pick like that one that I'm like, this
yeah.
is gonna be something, it has to be this one. It has to be
Oh,
Marcus versus Trevor
yeah.
Lee. Just because I
Oh,
feel like you look at Marcus Mathers, it's a young Trevor Lee. That
I
hunger,
mean,
that style that he was doing. Like his promo was so perfect.
so
That
can I tell
promo,
you a secret?
uh,
So originally this was a three-way. It was Alec Price, Marcus Mathers versus Trevor Lee. That was the original card. Um, Alec Price, obviously he got booked.
yeah,
He's the GCW tag champion right now, so he's got to go where they go.
of course.
Much love to him, but just the singles match alone is to me is now
It's
starting to get
poetic.
better because of the
Yeah.
promos.
Yep.
These promos are getting good, and they're getting personal. And I think this match right there is going to be I think that's going to be the show stealer to me because uh, like you said, it's like a young Trevor Lee. They have like a similar style, but w- don't forget Trevor Lee's still young.
No,
So,
that's the thing.
people forget that, So it's like
Let me make sure
it's like
I be very careful what I say because I'm gonna have to see Trevor Lee tomorrow, and I don't want to get it.
it
Um,
kind of reminds me of like the Logan movie when Wolverine was fighting Wolverine, it's like the young versus the old, and they're gonna give it their all.
no,
Uh
definitely. Yeah. Again,
yeah,
it's
because
that
it's
thing
like
that
the
never
young.
had that season. He has that seasoning at this point. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. One has something to prove, and the other one's keeping his spot. So that one's gonna be, oh man, yeah, somebody's dream and somebody's nightmare, like they say.
oof, yeah, definitely. I can't wait. I can't wait with that one.
Is there
But
even more? Is there more?
no, there's still a few more matches. We
Oh
got three
shit!
more
All
to talk
right.
about here.
Oh
Again,
my
this
God.
is a sad card. This is a stat. There's a tag match. You got the Miracle
Oh
Generation
shit!
taking on the Righteous, which I was just like, okay, we got.
Yeah, my sister's screaming at me. She's like the tag match. I'm sorry. This is my
She's like,
first
hey, how are you forgetting your
podcast.
card? There's a stat card right there. Don't worry, we got all
Guys,
of
I'm on
them.
no
We got everything.
sleep. I'm at the Mecca unloading the car as I talk to you guys. I'm trying to multitask. I promised my boy that I would do this interview, so I wouldn't lie to him. I'm trying to
There
give
you
him the
go.
best. That's why some of these questions are like, funny answers once in the blue because I'm just doing multiple things at once. But
No, it's all
this
good,
match
bro.
right here,
Oof.
holy cow. This is like the one that my sister really wanted. And I know like they've been trying to do this match for a long time. And I wanted a tag team match on this one. We
Gotcha.
almost had the Rascals versus Miracle Gen on this one. Uh Due to like some complications we couldn't do it. But maybe in the future that would be really good. Like
Hey, you never know. You never know. You never know
but
what can
this
happen.
match right here is I think it's being overlooked on the card at the moment. It's one of those. And this is gonna be a good one, man. Tag team wise, I think they both are gonna bring it. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't seen the Righteous do too many indies in a while.
No, I haven't
Um,
in a while. Like,
but
and
just so people know out there, I've talked to them. They're looking to do more. So
hey,
they want to face the best tag teams, not only in Ring of Honor or AEW. They're looking to face the best tag teams out. So promoters out there, reach
hey,
out.
contact today. Contact today. Start booking the
Yeah.
Righteous. Dutch and Vincent looking to do some stuff. But the
Yep.
last match we have here that is going to be another insane. You got the 5-way massacre. As this one again stacked and loaded with this one. You got Alan Angels who'll be making his way. Braden Toon, Casey Navarro, Jay Bougie, and Diego Hill. You got a little bit of everything in this one. In this
Yeah.
5-way massacre. Like this is this isn't your ordinary little scramble here. Like this
Yeah,
is
that's why I couldn't even call it a scramble. I had to
yeah,
call it a massacre
yeah,
because this one's gonna blow out the water. I mean, Diego Hill's another person who I believe is under fucking rated.
yeah,
Uh,
agreed.
I feel like he's the type of person once he does one GCW, he's on all. And the
Yeah,
same thing with Jackson Drake and all these other people. This match is going to be very, very good. Casey's one of those people. He gives everything.
yeah,
Braden Toon, I've been a fan of him since the first day. I think the first day I saw him wrestle at a GCW show, I went up to him and wanted to do a card deal because I knew he's the future and just the rest. Jay Bougie, somebody I'm very, very high on because he's he's overlooked sometimes, but I really started watching his matches in ETU, and he's a fucking show stealer. Like he's one of those people. He's gonna give you everything, and he's not. He's gonna take it from you. He's gonna give you everything. But he's not gonna take you everything. Like he's one of those people. He does not play around in the ring, backstage. What you see, on camera, that's him.
yeah.
That's him. That's Bougie. Everything Bougie.
I couldn't say it any better. But brother, before I let you go, because again, you got a lot to do as the time is getting closer. We're 24 hours away from this stacked event.
I
Um,
never multitasked so much in my life. I'm unloading a car, rolling a joint, doing a podcast.
hey,
Hello.
this is welcome to the other side of the business now, bro.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Well,
Like,
I got to ask you a question. I know everyone's going to be wondering. So, is this now? Could we be seeing the start of truly PWJ promotions here, or is tomorrow
so,
just
so,
we shall see?
let me not bullshit anybody. Like, tomorrow's honestly a passion project.
Got you.
Um, if the turnout, turns out more, if it does very well, like I have merch, I have hats, I have 11 by 17 posters and top loaders. I have, it's so much stuff I have. I'm looking at it as a fan too when I'm doing this. Like
Got you.
what, when I go to the show, what do I want? I just don't want to walk into a building and explain. I got posters for you'll see the difference tomorrow. You'll feel
Got
the
you.
difference tomorrow. I don't want to give too much,
Oh,
but um, if it goes well, I would love to because it's just another opportunity, like I said, for talent to make money. Like I said, me and my team got signings for them on the side. We got catering. We're doing different things. Um, that's the way people are doing it. Now, I'm not trying to do it so everybody has to do this. This is something I do, something I want to do. So hopefully it goes well and we could do more in the future. If not, I'm looking to collaborate still with sponsorships in the future and help people out. But I'm hoping it goes well because a damaged goods too sounds good, right?
hey, it definitely does. It definitely does. But again, tomorrow, make your way to the Mecca. Be there. It's going to be stacked. We went through that card, and there's so much that I know. Just knowing this
Did,
guy's
wait,
mind
did
right
we?
here,
Did we? I don't even think we did all the matches, right?
I think we did. Let,
Did
let me
we-
let me just check one more time to make sure. I feel like we went through every
oh no,
single
I might,
one.
I might be, I might be speaking too much.
Uh,
Sorry. Anyways,
I was
much
gonna say
love.
everything that's officially announced, we went
Yes,
through.
it's a no, it's announced, announced. Yeah,
Everything that's been
sorry.
announced, everything that's
Listen,
formally out there. There's more stuff that we're gonna talk about after. But again, for everyone watching, make sure you are there. Make sure you are following the good brother on all of his social media right there.
real quick,
PWJ cards.
I'll be at your show as well. Like I told you, I'll be
And,
sponsoring your
uh,
shit. So,
we
um,
definitely again. That's again much love, bro. But
I'll
make sure
talk
you're
to you
following
tomorrow,
him.
guys.
There you go, brother. Thank you again, and we'll see you tomorrow. That's gonna be the bro right there.
Sorry if this wasn't what people wanted to hear, but hopefully it was.
No, bro, this was perfect. Again, you got a lot to do, so we appreciate you. Keep it
And yo,
going,
just
man.
please always remember, pass the Dutchie to the left hand side.
There you go. There you go. So we gonna let you keep going back to work, brother. Have a good one, man. But to everyone watching, again, be there tomorrow. Support. Go get your tickets. Tickets will be available at the door. But till then, everyone, as always, don't forget to be wise, be genuine, be real, be better people, respect the craft. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, everybody.